the question of the legislation that should govern the activities of credit unions. This has been a subject of considerable interest for some time. I'm very proud that, largely due to the efforts of the chairman of the Subcommittee on Financial Institutions, my colleague from Pennsylvania, Mr. Kandrosky, we are engaged in a serious legislative consideration of this for the first time in the memory of a number of people. This is an issue that has been before us, and I want to acknowledge it. It was Mr. Kandrosky's accession to the chair of the subcommittee and our working together that is the major reason that we are here today. And I am hoping that we are not just going to be talking about this, but legislating. I believe that this committee has shown a willingness with regard to all of our financial institutions to do sensible deregulation. Now, deregulation can be carried too far, as it was in the origination of mortgages. And I think it should be noted that the percentage of subprime mortgages that have run into difficulty that were originated by credit unions is tiny. The credit unions and the regulators who are here are to be congratulated for showing that it is possible to lend to people of moderate economic means to help them exceed the home ownership without irresponsibility and fiscal crisis. That's a model we want to adhere to. That is, yes, we want to deregulate because we do not want bureaucratic interference with our ability to help people. But we do not want to take that to the point where abuses run rampant. And so our goal is to continue a pattern that we think has been manifest in the credit union sector of sensible regulation that allows consumers to be served, helps the economy, but does not lead to the abuses. I want to make another point, and this is one of the issues that I intend to deal with as we go forward legislatively, and I hope many of my colleagues will agree. One of the best things we can do for lower-income people in this country is to get them into the depository system. That's credit unions and it's community banks. People who are outside of that system pay a far higher percentage in the transactions they do of the cost of those transactions than any of us here, I dare say than any of you there. Payday lending, check cashing, excessive fees for remittances, those are all problems that lower-income people face if they do these outside of the system of credit unions and community banks. And one of the things that I hope we will do is to enhance the ability of both sets of institutions to offer to people in that economic category an opportunity to save money. And so today we're talking about the credit unions. That will be particularly our goal, to enhance the ability of credit unions to offer services to people of lower income, because, again, we have the experience that doing it within the appropriate regulatory structure that we have allows this to go forward in a reasonable way. I also believe that, and it's on the agenda of this committee, that there are similar deregulatory things we should do with regard to the banking system. I understand that there are conflicts, and there will continue to be. But I believe there is also some commonality of interest in both sets of institutions in reducing regulation which gets in the way of serving people, and particularly of people in the lower income category. So it is my hope that this committee will be able to come up with legislation. And let me say, as I am reminded of the stimulus, if we do this well, we will come out with a bill, in my view, that will make no one deliriously happy, but that I hope will make no one delirious. Those are the outer limits of our choices, but I think there is room for us to enhance the ability of regulated institutions in general to serve the entire economy, and particularly people in the lower income area, and that's where we will be proceeding. I have other duties that I have got to attend to, and so I am going to turn over the hearing to the second-ranking member, the chairman of the Financial Institution Subcommittee, the gentleman from Pennsylvania, who is the main sponsor of the Curia bill and a man of significant experience and interest in this. I believe we have indicated, the indications I've received is that under our rules, as a matter of right, each side is entitled to 10 minutes for a total of 20. Is that, am I right? No, each side gets 20 minutes. Each side gets 20 minutes, wishful thinking. And I've used only a little over 5, so I leave my side for the time. And we will proceed with opening statements for the full amount of 20 minutes on each side, and then we will hear the witnesses, and I thank the witnesses for their attendance. And we will begin with the ranking member of the full committee, the gentleman from Alabama, for 5 minutes.